Hey everyone, Leah Buccarelli, Triple Diamond with It Works Global. I'm so excited for you guys to be here tonight because I have some stuff to share with you on this mind detox that we're doing. So obviously, as you guys know from last week, Zoe, you are definitely new from last week, so you weren't here. What this is it's really in conjunction of It Works. We all have a simple system. That is a whole other training that we can do. This is really going to be about a mind over matter experience, so that we can work on, crushing fears. That nasty little thing called fears that hold us back from doing the simplest of jobs, which is blitz, wrap, and repeat. We have a simple system, but if you don't have the right mindset and you let fear get a hold of you, those simple steps are really difficult for people who don't have that kind of personality to go talk to people face to face. And there's a lot of things that we have in our core that we've been brought up with through generation that start blocking us down, and we don't even realize sometimes we have blocks in there stopping us from doing the simplest tasks, and the things we tell ourselves in the negative manner that are not really true. They're stories we made up on ourselves, stop us from creating who we really can be. So quite a few of us just got back from a Tony Robbins event. That guy is a genius. He's super cool, and a lot of it was spiritual and meditative and got us to the highest peak of our mind. So it's really hard to, generate that to you guys, but I definitely want to give you guys some skills that maybe you can go out and seek something like that. YouTube, anything, and get yourself in that state of mind, because we all function in a state of mind, whether it be negative, positive, fear-based, anxiety. Your decisions are made on whatever state of mind you're in. So just as an example, if I'm really excited and someone tells me, hey, do you want to go here? And I'm excited, my peak state mind is excited, so I'm going to be more apt to go, heck yeah, let's go. Where if I'm in a negative state of mind and you're coming up to me saying the same thing, I'm going to go, I don't think so. You're going to come up with excuses why you can't go or why you can't do something. And if you're in anxiety, it's going to freak you out. So it just really depends on the state of mind you're in with what decisions you make at that time. Does that kind of make sense so far? Okay, so what we're going through tonight, I want to talk about living with passion and going through the motion versus going through life with passion. It's going to make a big difference, especially in life in general, let alone your business. Before we get into that, I just want to say, did any of you guys pick up the book that we were talking about last week? Not yet. It's okay. Yeah, no. We'll give it another week before we start lessons. But any of you guys that have not been on last week or watched the recording, it's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And, okay, so Michael got it digital for everyone. So, contact Michael, and he can get you a copy of that. Awesome. So there you go. You guys have no excuses. He can get that to you digitally, and we can start putting that into our practice next week with our first assignment of reading. So, okay, so here's a lot that I've learned this weekend is our job, our profession really works well with repetition. Consistent repetition over and over, same thing over and over, duplicatable, keeping it simple. The only thing with that is it does get boring for us after a long period of time. So what happens, especially when we do it social media wise, is we become monotonous. and we lose that passion in it, and we just kind of get bored in it, and people sense that. So I've learned a lot about how it's so important for you to connect with each person that you talk to individually, with still the mind frame of being in the same small repetitious wheel. So in other words, you still want to keep that same steps to success, that same duplicatable system going, but you do want to create a personal relationship with people. They sense that if you do that over and over again with people and keep it in a monotonous way, they're realizing you're telling the same thing to Jane, Susie. They're not going to feel special about that, and they're not going to connect with you. And one thing that's amazing about the human mind is it's so powerful. Put it this way, I mean, I know a lot of you guys saw it, but Gio and I walked on fire this weekend, and let me tell you, that is a big deal, because you can't just go up to a 12-foot strip of fire at hot coals and walk down it. You're going to burn the crap out of your feet, okay? But it's the same scenario of taking an adrenaline and a mindset to the highest peak, where you can walk across that and you won't even get singed. Now, some did get singed because they looked down and they kind of broke their mindset and their mind frame. You have to be in a peak state of mind. And I walked across that thing and got on the other edge of the grass, where you have to stop and let them spray your feet with water, because you could carry the coals off with you and burn your feet. And they had to grab me and spray my feet down, because I was still walking. I couldn't tell that I was off the coals. That's where my mind was. And it was a trip. And it's kind of like when a mother sees their baby under a car and they can lift that whole entire freaking car and chuck it off their kid. But if you had them do it tomorrow, they couldn't even lift it off, like half a tire off the ground. So that's the levels of mind that you can be in certain states of mind. So you want to keep your mind at a positive peak. Am I making sense so far? Like you want to keep yourself at a higher energy level when you're dealing with people, because they're going to feed off of that with you. If you're in a lower state of mind, you're not going to come across, confident and in a higher level, and they're not going to trust you that you know what you're talking about in this business. So if you're scared, or you're not confident, or you're negative, they're going to feel that right away. So what I'm just saying is, what I want to teach here in this Wednesday night course is to really dig in and train in this area, maybe YouTube or Google, even like Tony Robbins or somebody that's going to help you to learn how to get your psyche up at that positive energy level. And you can do it when you train yourself. You can recognize and do it like that. Like if you're starting to feel yourself go into a negative place, you can literally snap your finger and take it back up. That's how quick your mind will work. And it happened throughout the weekend for me, so I know. And it really taught me how to really work with people. And don't look at them as a number, looking at them as a person. So you really want to, I see someone raise their hand. Hi, Loida. I'm going to unmute for a second. Go ahead. Hi, Loida. Did you have a question? Okay. I'm going to mute again. Okay, so if you have a question, just type it in, okay, hon? Okay, so One of the things that really got to me this weekend is really dealing with compassion. A lot of people, we've lost our compassion. And when you're really listening to people, they will tell you their needs. The problem is a lot of us are so busy thinking about what we're going to say to them next and how are we going to get them to buy our products. And we think we're helping them, but we're really thinking about ourselves and what our needs are for them to get into our business. So you really, really, when you're talking to somebody, if you really listen deep with them and let them talk to you, you'll find solutions to their problems, whatever their needs are. So, and that's just in life, not just in business. So, but it really works well for this business. One thing I learned is mannerism. We are creatures of connecting together. We have energy. And it's kind of like when you're sitting in your car and you're at a light and you glance over at the person next to you and they're just doing whatever and you're staring at them and all of a sudden they just turn around and stare at you. Like what, they feel your energy. You've connected with them, okay? So it happens all the time because I'm always staring at people. I'm like, what are they doing? He's picking his nose. Okay. I'm all, yeah, he's picking his nose. And then they stare at me. I'm all, okay, I'm not looking at you. So, but what I've done is I've transferred my energy over to him or her, and it created them to turn around. I have a perfect, awesome scenario for this. Is my friend and I used to go to the beach before work a lot, and back in the day, and we were laying on the beach one day, and there weren't too many people around, and I felt something staring at the back of my head, really strong. And I'm like, I even said, hey, Ann, do you feel someone staring at us? And she said, yeah, what is that? Looking around the beach, nobody's staring at us. Okay. No, someone's staring at us. Nobody's staring at us. Okay. I turned around and I looked up at the big Holiday Inn, and way up at the top, two guys had their binoculars staring at us. I felt that. So they came down and talked to us and flirted with us and whatever. But anyways, because that's when I was all hot and sexy and 18. But my point on that is you can feel people's energy, and you can actually use this to your advantage. So we did some tests where he had us, when we left there, if you're sitting at, say, a Starbucks, and someone's across the way and they're drinking their coffee, you start mimicking them and you're drinking their coffee. Pretty soon, they're mimicking you back and they don't even know it. That's crazy energy kinetic together. And when you can be like that with someone, when people feel connected to you, they're going to be more apt to feel like you guys are friends. They're going to trust you, and they're pretty much going to listen to what you have to say. So it's a pretty cool, it's something that you guys should really practice and see if it's baloney, because it's really interesting to watch. It's kind of like, sorry guys, I'm going to talk, I know there's a couple of guys here, but you guys all have girlfriends and wives, so it's kind of like when girlfriends hang out all the time and next thing you know, they're having their same period together. Sorry, Michael. Anyways. Sorry, Dave, but we women, we have periods. So, when you hang out or you have daughters, and pretty soon you're on the same cycle. We just connect that way, and it's interesting. So play with that a little bit. So here, take it to the next step. You get somebody from Texas talking to somebody from New York. Or here's a perfect thing, Natty Nat, you're from San Diego, you're in New York right now, and they talk different. So if you take someone from Texas, like, howdy y'all, they're all slow paced, whatever, you throw them next to somebody with New York, or hey, what's up, bro, and they're not going to connect. But if you start talking like them, they instantly connect to you. You're friends. So someone says, hey, yo, yo, and you say, hey, yo, yo, back. You guys are friends, okay? And if they're saying, hey, y'all, how's it going? Say say, good, y'all. You know, if you bring your tonality to them, they're going to connect to you right away. It's just psyche. And so when you learn that, you can really become friends with a lot of people, if you know what I mean. So try all these little techniques. It's really cool. It's fun to play. It's actually kind of fun to play with this because you're like, oh my God, she's drinking her coffee when I am. I taught her that. Okay, so have fun. Okay, this is the one thing that was missing with me. I will be transparent. Being on the computer every day, you're not going to see me as much on Facebook because I love social media, but it will totally start taking. I'm such a social people person that I need human contact, and through a box is just not as human as I want to be. So I love connecting with people and talking to people. So I'm going to cut that down just a little bit to go do that. What's suggested if you are on a computer all day is to get up and shake your ass. Get up and shake your ass. Get up and move and put on your tunes, pump up the beat 500 notches and jump up and down. I promise you that is going to bring your levels high, sky high. Put on something funny. There's tons of funny YouTube videos out there. Shake your groove thing. Absolutely. Throw on, do funny things. Gio and I had to do an exercise where we were getting rid of our negative thoughts. So it got really intense. So I'm not going to make fun of it completely because it got really intense. It was the craziest thing we've ever been through. 9,500 people screaming and yelling out what they thought of themselves negatively, and moaning and crying and groaning and stuff. Sounded like you were in the pit of hell. I never want to be there. I'm going to heaven anyways, but I don't want to be in hell. And then he brought us to the highest peak of state. So we got rid of a lot of that. That's completely taken out of us. It was crazy. Things that were bottled up when I was younger came out. So that's like freeing, and it's amazing. But he took us to the highest stake. So he didn't leave us there. So I'm just letting you know. So now we freaking rock, okay? And then afterwards, he had us pair up with each other, and we had to put our fingers in our nose, and we had to say all of our negative thoughts we thought of each other, of ourselves, to each other, like this, and talk real funny, throw it away, and say, we rock. Over and over. Gio and I are like, I'm done, I'm ugly, I'm this, boom. Throw it in the trash. We rock. Talk about changing your mind state up to such a high level. Gio looks so stupid. I didn't. I was rocking that nose thing, but Gio looked a little funny. But it took it right out of there. So snap of a finger, change of mind, change right here. This controls you. So you can control it by just a snap of a finger. So when you're feeling down and stuff like that, put your fingers in your nose and talk shit to it, and then snap it out, and you're good. I promise you it works. You guys are all laughing at me right now. I just brought your state up at least 2 notches. So if compassion, I honestly, that was one of the things that I really needed to work on for myself, is compassion. I was not raised with that. I was raised with a quit your crying, get up, that's not going to solve anything. So I took that to people when they were crying or they had problems, or maybe someone was 300 pounds. I'm like, dude, they got out of control. What's wrong with them? You just need to do this and you can get yourself back. And that's one thing that I really grabbed a hold of this weekend, and I've been talking to people for the last few days with compassion, and I've helped a few people in the last few days. They're like, oh my God, thank you so much for because when you work with people with compassion, when you're fighting with someone, you're like this. This is for customers, this is with distributors, this is with life, your children, your mom, your dad, whatever. And you guys are butting, there's a friction energy. You're never, neither one of you are ever going to win, okay? But if you release that and find out what is it really that's bothering them, and find that compassion within them that something's hurting them right now, it tenfold, and you're going to get to the root of the problem, and you're going to be able to solve this a lot quicker than and it, it's a mindset. It's not always easy. Sometimes, depending on what mindset you're in, you do, want to punch somebody's lights out, but you can change that like that if you see it happening. Another thing with mindset, if it does not serve you, people, places, or thing, get rid of it. If it does not serve you, don't let it in. Even it's hard, even if it's family or friends. I have plenty of friends that I absolutely love, but I just can't do it. They're negative, and I just can't do it. It doesn't mean that I don't love them anymore. I just don't want to keep going there with them, because you are who you hang out with. And if you're hanging out with positive, like-minded people, successful people, you are just going to be that. Because like, what did I say before? Energy meets energy. If you are with people who are negative, they're going to start taking you with them. And I'm sure you guys have all been there before. When you're talking to someone who vents to you, and you genuinely want to help them, and you're in it, and they're friends or family, and they're venting, you can vent to me. I'll be your therapist. I'm your best friend. And pretty soon, if they, by the end of it, don't you feel you're getting dragged down? Energy, exactly. Energy flows where focus goes, and it just starts dragging you down. And you don't want to be dragged down with people, so you do have to cut that off. Oh, my hubby, hi. He's in the living room. We live together. So you want to be around fun, loving, happy people, and you want to breed that. Dave say, everybody's muted. Gio, Dave's saying hi. So that's great. That's great tool for your team. Don't be a breeding ground for venting, and don't let them vent to you. It's okay to help them solve problems, but you do have to cut it off if it becomes a constant venting session with them, because it'll drag you down and it'll drag your team down. And then if that happens, just get up and shake your ass. You just get up and shake your ass. So it's definitely a training. You do need to train your mind to stay at a higher peak. If it's like just going to this event over the weekend, we can't be done. That's why we bought 2 humongous box sets, because you will start getting into your old habits. Things will start going back to the way it was, and you need to keep that train moving. You are constantly training yourself. It's not ever going to end, because when it ends, you're done. Does that make sense? You want to keep yourself training at all times. You're constantly learning, and you're learning from the best who can help you. So basically showing passion and showing compassion and being giving first before receiving, you're going to receive tenfold. So I finally got that, because I've always been a giver. I'll give anything, but I didn't always do it in the right manner from the heart. I would give, but it didn't always come straight from the heart. And a couple of times throughout the last few days, I was just overly giving with people, genuinely. And it felt so good. I got more out of it than I think they did. It's for you, not just them. So it makes you feel so good. It makes you feel like you just did something amazing. So, let me see. Okay. So we're going to get a little bit more into our workplace. So be willing to fail because it grows you. And if you're not willing to fail, you're never going to grow from that. I've learned some of my biggest lessons from failing. It's taught me how to overcome that and become a stronger person. So I don't know if you guys have pen and paper. I kind of mentioned to bring some if you haven't, but you want to create a little bit of a box triangle. So what I'm going to do is at the top, create a pretty decent box because you're going to write in it. Okay, so you want to create the base. For anything to grow, you must create a strong foundation. So you need to create your strong foundation. Yes. Cruz. So Michael said those at the top. Oh, it went away. Those at the top have failed. I don't know how you said it exactly, but have failed more times than anyone else. That's the truth. Okay, so back to this. You want to create your strong foundation. That's first and foremost. So you want to create your vision on what you want, then you need to strategize to how you're going to make that happen. Okay? Create your vision of your future self. Know where you guys want to be in a year. You can go all the way up to 30 years, but really, even if you do building blocks, say what you want in the next year, then you want to create that foundation and you want to strategize on how you are going to get there. Then you want to create an arrow to your next box over here, and that's challenge and grow. Okay, so challenge and grow. So with your strong base in place, you have the resources to deal with challenges and utilize them to grow. So your challenges actually become tools. If you have the right foundation, how to deal with your challenge, that can actually create a tool for you to succeed to the next step, okay? And then your next box over to the left with an arrow going to that, celebrate and reward is so important, you guys. They even say celebrate some of your losses. If you're close to your goal, but you didn't quite hit it, go out and celebrate anyways. Always end with being positive, happy, and shake that ass. It was so funny. Anyways. Okay. So set yourself up to win. All momentum is created by celebrating the victories. So, Jeanette, I know you want that Louis Vuitton, right? So, put that up there. So when I hit this certain level, I'm going to get this certain purse. I don't know if you really want a Louis. I was using you. But whatever that, give yourself a reward. Set yourself up. If I get to here, I can have this. And allow yourself to have that when you get there. You deserved it. You won, okay? And it just kind of like creates the momentum circle. Strong base, use your challenges as tools, and then celebrate and reward at the end, and create that momentum circle. We tend to forget that too at the end of when we get to that, we hit diamond or we hit, and we kind of do a woo-woo, and then it's like, okay, so double diamond, we do this, and and we kind of forget to do the celebration part of that, and go out and have some margaritas. So, but a lot of it really is in the psyche. It's really how you function is really going to be how you're feeling. So, again, pull up a funny video. I Love Lucy. I was watching today. Oh gosh, I forget the guys' names with Carol Burnett. Someone had a video of, I don't know if you guys remember the two guys, the taller guy and the shorter guy. Retta, I'm going to open this up. Do you know their names? Okay, we're going to open this up because I'm kind of done with the actual. Now we're going to open up for discussion, but let's see how I do this. And I'm going to unmute all. Okay.
Harvey Korman and Tim Conway.
Yes, and they had that skit. Oh, those guys were so funny. Oh my God, those guys were so funny. Because the one guy, because half the time they did it live, the one guy, the Harvey was the taller guy.
I can't hear a word you're saying, Leah.
Did I mute myself?
No.
Can you hear me?
This is your phone.
Now I can.
You can? Okay.
Yeah, there was like reverb coming off of somebody's phone or something. It's like, whoa.
Who was the taller guy? That was Harvey?
Harvey Korman.
Yeah. He couldn't even keep a straight face because the other guy was so flippin' funny that he was cracking up. And they're live. So that made it even funnier because he's like sitting there going, because he was trying so hard not to laugh. But I watched a skit today where they were doing the dentist one, and he was the dentist, but he had to read how to pull a tooth out of the book, and he stuck his hand with the Novocaine. His hand went limp, trying to do his hands limp, and he's like smacking him, and then he accidentally stuck his leg, so he's dragging his leg.
I've seen that one. It cracks me up.
That's what it brought me up 3 notches of energy. I was ready to go again. So if you feel that, if you're on social media and you're feeling your energy drop and you're just kind of feeling monotonous, seriously, take that second, pop in something funny or some live dance music and get up and act really, really silly and jump up and down, and it'll bring you right back up. I promise you. Try it. Anybody have anything to say about this discussion, or does have something to kind of?
I think I put everything in the text already.
Yeah. Are you guys feeling me? I mean, do you guys get what I'm saying on that? How
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go walk on coal in my backyard.
Oh my God.
I was noticing this weekend. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was noticing this weekend when I was drinking that somebody else was drinking at the same time. Somebody, like this guy that I was talking to, I just noticed that we were both doing that as soon as we pick it up, and vice versa. And so it's funny that you said that. I have been noticing that. Or like if I cross my legs, someone else will cross their leg. Or if somebody else goes like this, then I'll go like this. You know, it's just interesting because it's very true.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like when you yawn, everybody yawns. It's like watching you yawn. It's funny, but it's really resourceful because it really will connect you to that person. You know, if you can learn their mannerisms, they will feel more comfortable for you to talk to you. So, and treat people like humans. Don't treat them like a number. You know, we've been telling people to go through their list and message everybody. And you guys hear me back. I'm gonna mute you guys again real quick. Okay, so can you guys hear me? Okay, so if I completely forgot what I was saying, I don't know what I was saying. I totally blanked on what I was saying. Point one for me. Gosh, what was I saying? Gio, what was I saying? I don't know. I'm going to put you guys back all out and then it'll come to me. No, just, okay, so I'll just go back to the whole compassion and the whole treating people like, oh, that's what I was going to say. See, I knew when I was going to start talking. Yeah, I totally brain farted. Okay, so I just brain farted again. This is like, I know, it's really bad. I'm just really excited. I know, don't talk, anybody. I'm just really excited about all this stuff. It's just, I've been just reeling on this stuff, and it's all good information, and it's so awesome. The way you treat people, and they sense that you guys. Oh yeah, here, see. Wait, hold on. Okay, so we've been messaging people, and messaging people we haven't talked to in 4 years, and messaging them saying, hey, how are you doing? And then having them come by, hey, girl, how are you doing? Oh, by the way, I started this company. Now, if you put yourself, you want to think about yourself and what you would think of. So if I sat here and thought, okay, I haven't talked to this person in 4 years. I'm super excited to talk to you. And then you hit me up with your product. Not going to be too thrilled about that. I'm going to think, oh, great, you just wanted to talk to me so you could get my money. So that's not genuine relationship. And you want to create a relationship with people that's going to be long lasting. You don't want someone to be falling off in 3 months. You want to keep connection with your loyal customers. You want to talk to them. You want to genuinely not talk to them, not just because it's, follow up Friday. You do have to create a schedule because we get busy, but people will sense that. I was just talking to a distributor the other day, and she said, it's funny you say that because I've had 3 people say, wow, this kind of almost sounds like a spiel that you kind of tell everybody. And I was interested, but I don't know. It didn't seem too genuine. I mean, that's how we can all come across when we're on this whole mission. So you don't want to be on a mission. You want to be on a passion. Okay, you are passionate. This company is amazing. These products. I mean, I've been sick for 3 days, and I look like I'm 20 because I just did wow. Okay, I don't look 20. I look probably like 35. I mean, I'm 43 sick, so I look at least 35. So, the products speak for themselves, and we are out to help people. And the company is amazing. I cannot wait to see what we're bringing out November 1st. That's right around the corner. It's a whole new product line. And that's what we want to come across for our company and be passionate about it. And the people, and put out there on Facebook that you're having fun. And if you're not having fun, pull the stick out. Go have fun. Seriously. Like, we tend to get in a bunch. So the more you show out there having fun and you post that on Facebook, people are like, I want to walk on fire. I've had so many people say, how was that? Oh my God. They want to do what you're doing if you're having fun and you show excitement, passion, not robotic, like, oh, buy this, oh, look at this, look at this. They don't want that. So do you want it? You so sexy, honey. Okay, seriously, cannot talk to you with your. Oh, okay, so anyways. Oh, we're the couple. Yeah, yeah. I mean, seriously, you start feeling that. I swear, right now. I want everybody to put their fingers in their nose. I'm serious. Tell me that you're having a bad time. Throw it out and say, I rock. And scream it loud and jump up and down. And Gio, is it stuff? Can you put it in there? Anyways, fun. That's what this life is supposed to be. We're supposed to have fun. We're supposed to be vibrant. Okay, I have my last story to tell you guys, and then I'll open it back up again. But this lady was stood up, and she was having relationship issues. She wasn't able to have a relationship for years, and she looked really frumpy, and her demeanor was low, and they had her on big screen because he was standing next to her, and she just looked like, she's like, I don't know why I haven't had a good relationship in a long time. I just want a man to love me. I'm a good person. But she's just really demeanor was just kind of like this. So Tony did a couple of things with her that were really, I don't even remember them but they were really good. But what I did remember, he said, okay, now I want you to repeat after me. Put your right hand up in the air. Now put it on. You guys don't want to do this. Put your right hand on your breast, on your right breast. Now take your thumb and your finger and pinch your nipple and repeat after me. Tune in Tokyo. 9,500 people. And the whole room, we were dying. And she was doing it. Tony was crying. We were dying. And he goes, and she, all of a sudden, she had pink in her cheeks. She didn't look like the same person. She was gorgeous, pretty, vibrant. And he said, do that more often. Get your peak up, state up to where it's at right now, and you're going to find a man who loves you. And it was just like, what? And I'll post a picture in our wall that she posted. She's vibrant. It's just from a snap of a mind state, from this to this. She was beautiful. And when you're like that and you're positive and you're having fun and you're just happy and goofy, you create. I have seen some of the most beautiful, heavy-set people who had the best. Correct. Amen. 100%. Whatever he did, I completely love myself, and I can tell you a week or so ago, it's not that I hated myself, but I didn't fully love myself. And after this event, you can't help but love yourself because of what he's done inside of you. And when you bring yourself up to this state of being, you're going to attract so many people to you, and it's a demeanor. So if you take your body up, now feel it go down, just kind of slump. Up, slump. Confidence, not confidence. I could watch people walk across the room and I could tell who was confident and who wasn't, just by the way that they walked. So it's when you address people, you want to address them up. That just put yourself in a confident state. The minute you do this, you've just completely taken yourself down a notch. I hope this helps you guys. I'm going to put you up one more time to see if anybody has anything. I enjoy being here with you all. I really hope that you guys get something out of this. I just want to see this team shine. I want to see you guys at your peak state. Seriously, look some things up on YouTube. I think even in the group, because I'm involved in the group I'm in the group of all the people that went, and they've been posting a lot of things in there. So maybe I'll put like the music that Tony plays. It's like a really high upbeat techno, things like that. That you can just pop on, jump up, and shake that ass, and change
I think we should all put our fingers up our nose again so I can get a picture.
Okay. One. I haven't recorded, so I should go. Come on, guys. Group photo. Ready? Fingers in the nose.
There we go. I can't put my own fingers up my nose if I'm taking a picture. Go ahead. You guys can take them out. I got it. You guys enjoyed that too much.
You'd be like, what kind of freaking meeting was that? Yeah, what did he say? You got to get rid of it. You got to save it and get rid of it.
I'm going to make that a daily thing.
It changes your mindset. That's all.
That's so cool.
Anybody else have anything?
I do.
Okay.
No, they ain't making it out of here. This is worse. Oh, shit.
I can't hear you at all.
You're breaking up.
Hear me?
Who has their TV on?
Lie, girl.
Guy right here.
Here we go.
There we go.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Zoe. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi. I have two questions. Seen about how you treat people, approach them. So I went on Facebook last night. I added a whole bunch of people I hadn't seen in years, and I also kind of went through their friends list. So I was just kind of like judging by like, you know, fitness, who profile, and just started adding random people. What would you say after, you know, saying hi, how you've been for a long time, to a person you actually do know? When would you say, you know, hey, you know, I'm in this business, I love it, you know, stuff like that? When would you take that approach? Right off the back, or would you give it like a day or two before you went?
No, I would approach your warm market that know you every day. You can approach them right away because you talk to them every day, so that you don't have an agenda. You.
That's the question
Dave,
there.
go ahead.
Is that me?
Dave, did you want to say something?
I do. The way Eric taught it, you know, on the thing was your hot market, which is your family and friends that you know really well. Those are the ones you want to try and get put on product right away. And he has a real good way that he goes about it. He says, listen, I don't want to, I know you don't want, you know, you're not someone that I want to bring into the business, but I want you to, can you do me a favor, or can you help me out and at least try some of the product? Because I'm new and I don't know, you know, I haven't tested out some of the products. So can you, you know, can you help me out and at least try the product? So, and then hopefully with that, you know, that would either, some, like what he explained was, some people may say, you know what, why don't you want me to do the business? And then you say, oh, sorry, you know, I didn't think of you for the business. I thought maybe you could try some greens, or if you wanted to try the wraps. So that's the way I just learned that myself. I mean, go to the hot market, which,
Family,
yeah, family and friends. So I don't know if that helps or not.
Yeah. Yes, because what happens is they're expecting you to try to recruit them to do the business with you, so they're going to be standoffish. So if you approach them about not asking you to do the business, but I'm asking you if you could try and test out some of my products for me and tell me what you think, it becomes like, well, wait, why don't you want me to do the business? So it's like reverse psychology a little bit with them. And it eases that, oh, she's not after me for that. So that's your definite warm market people you talk to every day. So you're not like, hey, I haven't talked to you for 4 years trying my product. So you want to kind of hit them first with it. As you do reach out to people you haven't talked to in a few years, it's like, oh my God, girl, how are you doing? I've been watching your Facebook. I think you're amazing. We haven't touched base in a while. Create your relationship back with them before you hit them up with the product. Now, what you should be doing is, so you've created contact with them again, so they're curious about what has Zoe been doing all these years. So they're going to be searching your profile. So you should be posting in your profile of all the cool things you're doing. Like show, you know, we have what's called a 3-3 rule. 3 business posts a day and 3 personal lifestyle. Sorry, sick. 3 lifestyle posts about, can't get it out, it's right here, about how the business is changing your life. Like if you go to Starbucks and you buy a coffee, say, thank you, it works for buying my coffee today. If it weren't for it works, Michael posted one the other day about going to sushi and the little extras that it works is paying for them. Sorry. Wow.
Water.
Right, gas and sushi are examples. Like, thank you. But see, he has the It Works credit card, so he blocks his name out while he's at the gas pump and saying, with his It Works card, saying, "Thank you for paying for my gas today." So you want to kind of create that. Yeah, don't show your numbers. You can show your name, right? Correct. So he has the numbers blocked out, and and it shows his name so that they know it's his card that he's using. That was It Works. So it's saying that this company is paying for my gas today. Those are the lifestyle posts you want to post out there. Or you go to an event, say you go to a wrap party, and I had a blast today at this wrap party. You want to show that on Facebook. So you reach out to that person you haven't talked to in 4 years. They start going, "Hey, what's going on with Zoe?" They look down your Facebook page. Wow, what is she doing? What are these before and after people? They'll start messaging you saying, "What's going on with this?" Or another really good one is the triple threat. People really like those before and afters with the triple threat. I get a lot of people asking me what that is. So, and take our pictures, like go into Jeanette's wall, my wall, or anything, and copy the pictures that we're doing. There's nothing wrong with copying the right cat. You can be a copycat if you copy the right cat. So just don't share it over. Don't share it over because it's going to share their information, and you don't want them clicking on it. So you want to copy and paste it into your personal and then bring it over. Okay? Just copy what we're doing. Just become friends with all of us. If I don't know if we're friends yet on Facebook, I'll definitely we'll do that. And then you can kind of see what I post, see how I do my postings, and just kind of copy until you feel comfortable doing it on your own. Copy what we're all doing. And they will hunt your Facebook down. Another really good tip about that is be very, again, you're building relationship, even with your old relationships. So go into their walls, make a comment on one of their posts, click like. When you're clicking like, it's a hug. It's like saying, "I love it." I see people that I don't know, I'm like, who just liked my picture? So what am I going to do? I'm going to find out, who is this person that liked my picture? So I'm going to now I'm hunting them down. So see? So you want to go into other people, your friends or anybody else, and start being more active on their page. Because first of all, that's going to connect to Facebook. Like, hey, these two are really friends, and you're going to show up in their newsfeed. And if you don't talk to people in a while, pretty soon you're not in their newsfeed anymore because Facebook disconnects you. So another thing, you want to try to get a few new people a day. You want to try to become friends with at least 5 new people a day in Facebook. So whether that be groups, like networking groups, you can pull those up and join different groups for networking. I don't know if you see, like when you pull up friends and it shows you like suggested friends, like that you can add to your friends list. Definitely make sure they're not It Works people. Like you don't want to obviously, friend people who are connected to other other It Works people, which right now you're new, so you might not know. Like if I pulled up someone suggested to me and they were friends with Natalie, I'm like, oh no, that's okay. But if they're not connected to other people, then I would friend request them. 90% of the time they accept it. That's also building your Facebook friends list. So then in your friends list, when we have like this whole get a free box of wow, you could go through your friends list and you could say, hey, I'm just letting you know, if you are interested at all in this business, we do have a free box of wow until Thursday. So you can go through your friend list and give out our BOGO deals or our Christmas packages. Or make sense? Okay. Anybody else have anything or want to share anything? November. That's actually what, Monday?
Okay.
We're getting that new product line in. I'm sure they're going to announce that really soon here, probably, maybe even on Sunday's call. I don't know. Super excited to find out what that's about. They're going to attach that to our Christmas packages. We've got Black Friday coming up. There's so many things you can do to create a buzz. You know, I'd be talking about you don't want to look like Santa at your Christmas parties, so come see me for your fat fighters. There's all kinds of stuff right now in the holidays, people gain weight. So we are their savior. So go talk about that. Tell people, hey, we have fat fighters and ThermoFit that will help you get through the holidays. That's another thing too. When you're in the spring going towards summer, we help you get into your bikini. I mean, use your seasons, use your creative thought process on the different seasons on why people would use your product. You know, confianza with summertime because your kids are coming home and you need that. Sounds good. No, we're done. We're just wrapping this up. All right, Michael, we'll talk to you later. Anybody else? Have a wonderful night. Love you guys, and we will see you on Facebook. Thanks for being here.
Bye.